But this week's session is around imagination. Now, I love the way that Napoleon Hill said it when he said that imagination is the workshop of your mind. It's the most powerful, miraculous, powerful force the world has ever known because everything is created twice. It's first created in the mind and then it's created in reality. And it's been said that you can't buy an original painting from anyone because the first original painting was actually created in that person's mind. Everything that you see around you, everything was first created in the mind. You look at lamps, you look at the house that you're in. There was an imagination. They started creating it in their mind and then they put pen to paper to create it in reality. Now, just like a painting or a pen or anything that you see around you, any physical items, we also have our imagination to create what we want in our life or what we don't want in our lives through thinking about things that align with what we want or they don't, what we don't want. And, for me, myself, for 17 years, all I could think about, all I was imagining was being sick and unwell. And for 17 years, I had chronic fatigue syndrome. A lot of people ask me, well, how did you get over chronic fatigue syndrome? I'm like, I stopped imagining what I didn't want anymore. I started painting in the screen of my mind an image of me being fit and healthy, of me being happy, of me having energy, of me doing some physically challenging things and flourishing. My body getting healed, my body feeling fantastic. Now, a lot of people think that's crazy, but it's the same way for how you create a house. You create it in your mind, you think about it. You don't sit there and go, I would like this house, and then come up with all the ways why you can't have that house. Because when you do that, you don't end up with a house. Now, we're always going to be thinking from on two separate poles, the positive or the negative, the helpful or the unhelpful. And we can sit there and we can imagine what we do want, and we can use our understanding of reality and the way that the universe works and the way that our mind works and how faith works when we believe in what is aligned with the possibilities within nature. And we can sit there and go, I understand that the building materials are out there for a house. The money exists somewhere. The people who are going to build that house also exist somewhere. And if I keep holding that house on the screen of my mind and I keep imagining that I can have it, I keep imagining myself providing lots of valuable service to pay for the people who are going to build it, eventually I will end up with a house. Now, how long that takes? That's up to nature. There's always the law of gestation, which, you don't get mad at someone if they get pregnant and they don't give you a baby in a month. Sometimes it takes 9 months. How long does an idea take to form into reality? Could be minutes, could be hours, could be decades. But we're in charge of the cause, which is what we imagine in our mind. And whether you think about what it is that you don't want, if you think about illness, if you think about sickness, if you think about lack, you entertain doubt and worry in your mind, that's what you are in harmony with. That's what you're attracting. That's what's coming towards us. So we're going to do a quick journaling exercise here, which is one of my favorite, most powerful journaling exercises that I've ever done, that I've ever got my clients to do before. And what I want you to do is I want you to grab a clean sheet of paper. Clean sheet of paper, or even open a clean document. And if you're doing a document, maybe set up a table so you've got two separate columns. But first of all, question number one, what I want you to write at the top of this piece of paper is, I want you to write down something that you know you really want. Something that maybe is a bit of a challenge. Maybe it's a body weight. Maybe it's your book being published and finished. Maybe it's a relationship that you want. Maybe it's a house that you want. Whatever it is, just pick one thing. And you can answer the question by saying, I really want, and just write it down. Just one thing you know you want. And once you've got it, just give us a thumbs up so I know that you've got it. Beautiful. Thank you, Parwin. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Emma. Now, underneath this, on that sheet of paper, on that document, whichever one you're operating with, I want you to put a line straight down the middle. Put a line straight down the middle. And if you're on a document, maybe you want to open up like a table so that you've got two columns. And at the top of the left-hand one, I want you to put a negative sign. And at the top of the right-hand one, I want you to put a positive sign, just the plus sign. Beautiful. Now, on the left-hand side, on the negative, what I want you to do is I want you to write down, just as a title, thoughts. Just write thoughts as a title up the top on the left-hand side, under the negative side. Just write the word thoughts. And underneath that, what I want you to journal and write down is all the doubts and worries that you have about your ability to have that. The thing that you want, the thing that you wrote at the top. What are all your doubts? I'm not funny enough. I'm not smart enough. It's too hard. I'm not strong enough. I'm not courageous enough. People won't like me. People won't buy this product that I have. Whatever it is, write down any thoughts that are originated in doubt and worry about your ability to achieve what it is that you want. And if you need to, just take a few deep breaths as you go through this. Now, underneath that, I want you to write the word feelings. So underneath all the doubts and worries that you wrote, I want you to write the title feelings. So staying on the left-hand side. Now, when you think all those thoughts and have a look at them, maybe read them quickly. How do they make you feel? How does having those thoughts make you feel in your body right now? And you can write down, it makes me feel anxious, makes me feel hopeless, overwhelmed. Maybe it even makes you feel determined because for some reason, it's motivating to look at it. Just write down all the emotions that causes you to feel. You're doing very well, guys. Now, I want you to write underneath that actions. Underneath the emotions on the left-hand side, write the word actions. And then underneath that, when you're feeling these emotions that you're feeling, what does that cause you to do? Maybe when you're feeling hopeless, you scroll social media. Maybe you tend to be short with people and impatient. Maybe you tend to be grumpy because of it. Maybe you tend to skip workouts, eat crap food. Amazing. You're doing very well. And underneath that, I want you to write the line or the title results. Now, when you're thinking these thoughts, you're feeling these emotions, and you're doing these actions, what is the result at the end? Maybe you put on more weight. Maybe you pull away from what it is that you want. Maybe the result is you do not end up being happy. Whatever the result looks like to you, just write down whatever comes to you. And if you need to, again, take some deep breaths. Doing very well. Maybe the result is simply you just feel stuck. You end up stuck. You don't progress. Maybe that's what it is. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the positive side. We've just explored what happens when we think negative thoughts about what it is that we want. When we originate doubt and worry and we think those thoughts, it causes us to feel a certain way, causes us to act a certain way, and causes us to get a result we do not want. So we're going to go over to the positive side. Now, I want you to look at what it is that you want. Up the top, what you wrote down, that line that you wrote, the thing that you want. And on the right-hand side, I want you to write the heading thoughts. And I want you to write down every thought you have about your ability to succeed at that. Maybe it's, I do think that I'm capable. I know that I actually do have what it takes to succeed at this. If I put my mind and my efforts towards it, I know I can succeed. Maybe you want to write, I am a good life coach. I am a great business person. I have succeeded in the past. Anything that you want to write, any thought that you have. And again, take a deep breath if you need to. Writing every reason that you know that you can succeed at what it is that you want. Maybe it's, I have the time. Maybe it is, I have the money. Maybe it is, I have the personality that aligns with this. I actually like working out. I love being fit and healthy. Whatever it is. And underneath that, I want you to write the word feelings. Now, having a look at these thoughts that you wrote down, how do they make you feel? When you think that you know that you can succeed, when you think, I know I have everything I need to succeed, how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel hopeful? Does it make you feel inspired, motivated, driven? Write down every emotion that you can think of that comes under or after having those types of thoughts. And now, underneath that, I want you to write actions. When you're feeling these types of emotions, what does that cause you to do? Do you go to the gym? Do you write more of your book? Do you earn more money? Do you get up early? Do you show up at work with a great attitude? What actions does feeling that way cause you to take in your life? Maybe you end up booking more social engagements. Maybe you're more outgoing. Those are the actions. And now, underneath that, I want you to write the word results. Now, when you're feeling these emotions, when you're taking these actions, what is generally the results? Or what do you think the results would be? Imagine for a moment that you're feeling driven, you're feeling hopeful, you're taking the actions that you've just written down. What would the result be over the long term? Maybe you'd earn more money. Maybe you'd end up in that relationship you want. Maybe your health would be amazing. Maybe the book is finished. For me, it was I could work full time and still have energy at the end of the day. I could believe in myself. I could trust myself. Maybe even the result is you show up as the best version of yourself. Now, this is a very powerful exercise to do because it starts to really help you understand thoughts are things. They have energy, they have power, they have drive behind them. I remember hearing this one time, this guy said, he goes, if you understood the power of your thoughts and what they actually cause to happen in your life, you would never allow yourself to think a negative thought again. When you really truly understand how powerful your mind is, and if it's stuck in worry and doubt, all those thoughts, you can see what the result will be at the end. But if it's using the power of its imagination and you're sitting there and I'm sitting there crafting an idea of what it is that I want, I know how I'm going to feel. I know what actions I'm going to take and I know what result I'm going to get as a result. Very powerful. That's just a really good reminder to see what the difference is. And we can choose at any point right now. Your conscious mind has the ability to choose. So you can choose to think doubt and worry, or you can choose to think faith and knowledge of how amazing you are. Now, while you have that choice, you don't have freedom of the consequences. Whatever happens from that choice of whatever mind, that's up to the universe. That's up to the world around you to deliver it. But it will come. Either side of it, it will come. Now, we're going to move into our visualization guided meditation section. So take a moment now to just, I don't know, burn off any of that energy, any anxiety or any dis-ease in your body. Just move it around because we're going to sit down, we're going to get comfortable, and we're going to do about a 10-minute meditation here, maybe a little bit longer. So we might go a little bit over today. That's okay. We want to get through all this, and we've done a great job getting to this point. I am going to play some music through the speakers. And what we're going to do for this visualization, we're going to start off with, I think Tony Robbins calls it dragon's breath, but I'm just going to do like a lighter version. And all we do is once we get to the point where we've got our arms, our body still and our eyes closed, we're going to take our hands up, put them beside us, and I'm going to direct your breathing, but every inhale, you put your arms up and you breathe in through your nose, and every exhale, you bring your hands down and you breathe out through your mouth. And it's quite quick, so it'll look something like this. And we're going to do 3 rounds of 10 breaths. And we'll have a pause in between. And the deeper you can breathe, the more beneficial it'll be, the more you'll experience a shift in your body and in your energy. So just taking a moment now to get calm, to get centered, to get comfortable. And just take a moment now to just relax. Relax your mind, relax your body, find a comfortable position. And when you feel ready, putting your hands on your lap just to start off with, just closing your eyes, just allowing yourself to arrive into the space, letting your mind wind down, body get even more relaxed. We're going to do our first round of breathing. I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to count you. So first of all, just bringing your hands up to about shoulder height. And we're going to take our first inhale and raise our arms up in 3, 2, 1. In, out, 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 in, all the way out. And just allow yourself to relax, be still, and bring your hands down, put them on your lap. Just take a moment right now to observe your mind, how it feels. Is it calm, nervous? How is your mind feeling right now? We're going to do our next round of breathing. So again, bringing your hands up to shoulder height. We'll take our first inhale. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, breathe out, 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 breathe in, and breathe all the way out, all the way out. Putting your hands down on your lap. As you're letting your breath return to normal, I want you to just notice how your breath feels coming in and out of your body right now. Coming in through your nose, going down into your lungs, just noticing all of the sensations of breathing as you allow it to just go in and out at a natural rhythm. We're going to do one more round of breathing. So again, for the last time, bring your hands up to shoulder height. We'll take our first inhale. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and out. 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 Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe all the way out. Just letting your body relax. Letting your hands sit on your lap. And I want you to take a moment right now to reflect on everything that you're grateful for in your life. And I want you to start with your body for allowing you to do this, to be here right now. For the life that you have in this body. Think about the food that you have in your belly and how it's just moving all the way through your body, just nourishing you. Water, have in you. Just expand your awareness to think about everything in your life right now that you're really grateful for. And in your mind right now, I want you to think about that thing that you wrote down that you want. And I want you to imagine sometime in the future and you have achieved this. You have acquired it. I want you to paint a scene in your mind of that moment when your dream, your wish has been realized. I want you to right now focus on everything that you can see. Maybe it's people, maybe it's the scene, maybe it's the room. Take a moment right now to just see everything that's important to this vision. As you can see this vision, see yourself just looking happy, looking satisfied, fulfilled. And imagine right now that you're hearing your own internal dialogue. What would you be saying to yourself in this moment? Maybe you're saying, I'm so proud of myself. So pumped and so excited to be in this reality. I'm excited, I'm proud. Well done. Well done. This is incredible. As you're saying these amazing words to yourself, you did it. So proud of you. I want you to see some other people around you, maybe a friend, maybe someone relevant to the goal. I want you to hear them say to you, well done. Good job. That's amazing. Just see them beaming at you. Just accept that praise, accept that love. Hear what other people are possibly saying. As you're sitting there seeing this beautiful image of what it is that you want being achieved and fulfilled, saying amazing things to yourself, you're pumping yourself up, and other people are celebrating your accomplishment. I want you to right now just take a deep breath in through your nose and just breathe out. Just focus on how it feels to have achieved this. How does it feel in your body to know that what you want is coming, that it's going to happen? And in this moment, it actually has happened. How does that feel? while you're enjoying this amazing feeling in your body, I want you to reflect in your mind, looking back at where you were and how you got to this place. What are some of the things that you did? I want you to right now to see a flurry of images. Maybe seeing yourself at the gym, maybe seeing yourself riding, seeing yourself working in your business, seeing yourself working on the key aspects that got you here. See a flood of images of all the things that helped you accomplish this. As you're seeing all these images, I want you to get them to slow down. I want you to get them to become even brighter. Just focus on a couple of key images. As you're doing that, breathe into them. Breathe deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth. See some of those moments along the journey that were really important. Maybe you got a personal trainer, maybe you got a coach. Maybe you put in hours into a certain area that made all the difference. I want you to step into those moments, see them really clearly. Now, I want you to slowly just let go of all the images, all the things whizzing around in your mind right now. Slowly just become aware of your breath again. Feeling of it going in through your nose into your body, inflating your lungs, your stomach. Just the feeling of it going out again through your mouth. As you're taking these deep breaths, I want you to slowly just become aware of your body again. Where you're sitting right now, the room you're in, with your eyes still closed. Just taking those deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And when you feel that you've arrived back into your body completely, you can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, move your body slightly in any way that you need to. And when you feel completely ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. Well done, everyone. Just then, we executed or exercised our imagination to see some beautiful images, some of the things that we want. Now, Our imagination is one of those muscles that we have that we either exercise and strengthen, so we're able to paint those images super clear in our mind, so real that we believe that they're going to happen, or we don't, and they become weaker. It's our power of imagination that allows us to be active creators of the life that we want. My mentor, the guy who I, look up to, one of the things that he always says was, "We're only limited by poverty of imagination and weakness of attention." If we can see images clearly of what we want and we can hold our attention on them, one, we feel great. Two, that causes us to behave in ways that align with the vision that we're seeing. And three, that allows us to move towards it. So I hope that this was an interesting exercise and that you enjoyed it and that you took something from today's session. And I'm going to stay on and just have a chat. If anyone wants to talk about anything, maybe anything that came up today, if you have any questions, or just a good old fashioned chinwag about anything that you got going on in your life. If you need to jump off, that's completely fine as well. Thank you so much for coming along. I hope that you enjoyed tonight's session. We had a small crew tonight, which was good to have a chance to actually ask everyone how they were doing. So thanks for being here. And I'm going to stop the recording and, yeah, open it up to everyone to